Are you planning a family trip to Nuka World this year? Well, then make sure you plan to stay at the brand new Nuka Inn, conveniently located directly across from Nuka World. Here you'll be granted by a friendly face and you'll start your 5-star vacation. Make sure you book early to secure one of the 2 suites, the Junior and the Grand Master. The Grand Master features an additional 1,200 square feet to keep the kids away while you stay. Both of these rooms feature an exquisite view of Nuka World and the Nuka bottling plant and feature 24-hour coverage of the Wasteland's favorite program, Please Stand By. And don't forget to visit the gift store where you can pick up some memorabilia for all those people back home who lack the inclination to spend hordes of money and travel across the wasteland with their screaming kids. After a day at Nuka World, still have energy and cash to burn? Then go right next door to Slocum's Joe Casino and Arcade for more family fun. The greatest arcade games for the kids, and when they're done, why not take them right next door and introduce them to the fun world of high-stakes gambling? Whether it's overnight or for a weekend stay, stay at the Nuka Inn. It's your place to stay when you come to Nuka World.
What's your thirst for adventure at Nuka World?
Are you planning?
Well, it's time! It's time! It's prime time!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time. Still around. I've got the other channel though. I do a lot more work over there. Some of you know about it. If you're into pro wrestling, that's where I'm at. And again, doing a lot of stuff over on that channel. So that keeps me very busy. And the stuff that I have been doing prior to the release of WWE 2K26, which has been an absolute disaster, in case you haven't heard. Prior to that, I was doing some Star Wars Outlaws, which I'm enjoying that. I say that, and then I haven't picked it up in over a month. So I need to get back into it. I was having a good time with it. Got it on sale, and definitely worked the money. Before that, I was doing some Cyberpunk, enjoying that as well. Got the story complete on there, but there's a whole bunch of side missions, and then I did end up getting the DLC, which I haven't touched. So need to get into all that again. I got plenty of stuff to keep me busy is what it comes down to. But it's been a while since I jumped into Fallout, and I had a little problem with WWE 2K26, which I thought was because this is what they were telling me at 2K and even Sony originally. Nobody wants to take responsibility, of course. And long story short, one of the things to try and fix the issues with the game I was having was to completely wipe out my PS5 and reinstall the software, which I did. Doing that also wiped out all of my Fallout 4 stuff. I did have the save file backed up to the cloud. However, as you can see right now on screen, this is a nice, new, clean creation suite, and that's not the way it looked the last time I played the game, which was a while back. Some of the stuff that I was using in the way of mods no longer seems to exist, which means some of my map doesn't quite look the same as it used to look. And I'm referring to the settlements, of course, when I say that. So I've been messing around a little bit, trying to get as much of it back as I can, and I do have most of it back, but as I go to each of my settlements, I'm like, oh my god, that's all missing. Oh, this is missing. And there was just a lot of stuff that I really enjoyed having, the way I'd set things up and everything, and now a lot of it's gone. So I figure if I've got to fix things up a little bit and tweak things here and there, let me see what else they got in here. And they got a lot in here. I got to tell you, I was pleasantly surprised to see just how much they had going on in this new setup of theirs. With that said, let me see if I can remember how to do this here. Here we go. Here's what I'm running. So we got the Simply Green or Simple Green Place Anywhere tool. That's new. I just added that because that was not available on the PS4/5 last time I played. It was like a PC only thing. Of course, we did all the hacks and stuff like that, but this is so much better, so much nicer, and yeah. This never really worked for me, and I moved it all around the place, so I'm leaving it there just in case I ever need it for some reason. Same thing with the scrap all things. We have settlement cleaning reveals absolute perfection, which is supposed to pretty much eliminate damn near anything. And then I believe this one not only allows you to delete stuff, but move certain things around that normally you wouldn't be able to move around. But neither one really worked for me, and I've had them on the top, I've had them on the bottom, I've had them in the middle, and it was just causing more headache than it was worth. So I'm leaving them there just in case, but I don't plan on using them. I've been using this for a long time. I love what this does to Piper's character. Move-in ready Somerville farm. I've had that for a while. Got rid of some of the junk that was in the way there. And now that I've got the new mod, which we're going to get to on the bottom here in a moment, I might want to go back to Somerville. We've got the miscellaneous settlement items unlocked. Sanctuary Hot Springs home is unlocked. I haven't gone back to check on it to make sure everything's good there. Better Sanctuary bridge fix is still in existence. The OC decorator. And here's where you get to the stuff that's a little squirrely. So the posters of the Commonwealth has a habit of crashing. It'll crash the game a lot of times when you get to a certain point in the list. And there was a point where I had done away with this because it just wasn't worth the headache anymore. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to say no thank you. It wasn't worth the headaches that came with it. When I'm all done with everything and I have it back to where I'm real happy with everything, I think posters was... No, posters of Nuka World. I'm going to say no to everybody right now. Pearls of the Far Harbor. There we go. I cannot tell you how much I love this. Dr. Mobius's Infinite Stash. If you somehow don't know about it, that's your best friend right there if you just want to build. It will give you access to all of the ingredients you will need, and you will have all the supplies you can imagine, and you can just keep refreshing them. Cinder block walls and sandbags, we're going to keep that. I've never had a problem. The spawn settlers. I got to double check something here because I used it in the past, but it's not in my current supplies. Like when I go through my inventory, it's not there. Well, let me see. Maybe I have to go pick it up again since I had to kind of put everything back together again. Certain things have been acting as though they'd never been played before, like player homes that I had purchased. I had to go back and clear them out again and do the little mission that goes with them. Not all of them, but one or two of them. Are you tired of waiting for new people to show up yet? Found in a safe embedded... What? Found in a safe embedded directly into the pavement in back of the red rocket truck stop. I bet I have to go back there again. I'll have to check on that now. My red rocket truck stop, I don't know where you're talking about exactly when you say in back because I got a whole thing built around that. So getting to the back might not be so easy anymore. But I might have to go back and reclaim, which I had to do that with something else that we should be seeing here momentarily. The shack half walls is a given. You got to have that. It's beautiful. Again, the decorator for DLC. I don't know why I even have this. I've been there a few times. And I look around and I'm like, there's nothing I really want to do with this. So I may end up getting rid of those. This thing I love. The see-through scopes. So that it's not like, for those scopes that are qualified for it. It doesn't work on all of them, but it does work on some. NPC invincibility knife. So this is the one that I added back again and had to go retrieve it again. So if you end up getting this, if you have a settlement and you like the NPCs that are there and you don't want them dying, you basically go up to them with this knife and you stab them real quick. It's kind of like giving them the jab, only this works. So you give them the jab, and then it's not 100% invincible, but yeah, it's hard to kill them at that point in time. The NPCs are not likely going to kill your settlers. Very unlikely. Now, if you get in there and you start throwing heavy artillery around, you might take one of them out with friendly fire. But other than that, I think they'll be around a long, long time. General Automatics Galleria Settlement, another one that I got a mod for, and I haven't gone back to check it since I've been messing with this for the last 24 hours or so. The Cattle Spawns Minutemen Settlers. I need more settlers because a bunch of them disappeared, and I think those are from the grenade. And the fact that I haven't retrieved it again, I'm starting to put it all together in my head. I bet you if I retrieve it again, maybe they're going to reappear wherever they were. I don't know. We'll find out. NBC Invincibility we talked about. So anyway, the castle spawns Minutemen settlers, which was pretty cool, actually, because I needed some guards at different locations, and they're already kind of dressed militarily, so that worked. And this I liked a lot as well. Why is it not still on? Strange, I thought it was. Clean faces of settlers, and pretty much what it says. It gives you a cleaner look. This is what I've had in the past, but it's not the same one. And this one, and this is where we get a little squirrely here, it gives you the settlement where you can build. Yeah, that's true. You just can't put any settlers there. The one I had prior to this, you could put settlers there. I don't want to... There's a couple of different drumlins, but not the one that I had previously. And I don't want to switch to another one at this point and take a chance on screwing the game up again. So I'm just going to stick with the one that doesn't have settlers. And I did a little extra building for no good reason. I guess it'll be where I can crash once in a while or something. I don't know. Breakheart Bank Settlement, that's the one that we're going to be working on today. And then scrap that settlement and scrap that settlement base game, which is scrap that Commonwealth. These two are what we're going to be working off of because they do a really good job in tandem. So there's the lineup. And I did make a couple of adjustments, so let's go with that. Nope. One of these days, I swears. Kick that off. Kick that off. And put that on. There we go. I'm also, since last time we've spoken or streamed, I'm no longer using OBS. Had a lot of problems with OBS crashing. And a lot of people have been having the same problem. I was thinking it was my computer, which is relatively brand new and very expensive, so I was very unhappy until I realized between Windows 11 and OBS, both of them are absolutely playing havoc with a lot of people right now. So I guess it makes me feel better to know I'm not by myself in that in some way. But since switching over to what they call Meld Studios, if you're not familiar, if you're thinking about streaming and you haven't as of yet, let me make sure I got this right. Activate now. Nope. Posters of the Commonwealth. All DLC. Some objects may no longer be available. Continue loading. Yes. This uses a different creation order than yours. Would you like to use that? Nope. Current. Save relies on creations you already downloaded but are currently inactive. Activate now. No, I said that already. And continue loading. Yes. I don't know why you gotta ask the same question over and over again to get the same answer over and over again, but you know, developers, what are you gonna do with them? So yeah, Meld Studios, if you're thinking about streaming, if you have never done it and you're thinking about it, I highly recommend it. It's very simple to use. It's missing one feature, which I know they're already working on, and they've got a great reputation. And by the way, we're here at Heartbreak Banks. I've already done a lot of cleaning, just cleaning out stuff, and I want to keep as much of the actual, and we've got the beacon going here to recruit some people here for the settlement. So I want to keep the structure itself and kind of build around it. I haven't figured out what kind of build I want to do, though. I don't necessarily want it to be a rickety thing. I kind of want it to be a nicer place. So building around the rickety thing is going to be the challenge. But at the same time, we may end up staying with a lot of wood and rickety looks. But we're going to use all those tools that we just talked about a little while ago. But yes, Meld Studio is something I would highly recommend that you give a shot to if you're thinking of doing that. It's pretty simple. The one thing that they're missing, and that's what I was starting to say, the one thing that they're missing is a studio mode, and that's basically where you have two screens side by side. One screen is what's going out to your stream, and the other one is where you can mess around and move stuff around and queue it up and then move it to the stream so that that's what the people are now seeing. So basically, I call it an on-deck circle, kind of thing, where you're warming up to go up to the plate. And that does not exist here. So when I'm switching from one thing to another thing, a lot of times it's kind of hiccupy because I got to now click things on and click things off, which I would have done in the on-deck circle. But they are working on that. And again, they've got a really good reputation. People are loving them. It's like every 2 weeks they have updates. And it's free. Just like OBS is free. That's why, look, I'm not going to knock OBS. I used them for a long time, and it's only been, the last couple of months that I've been having problems with them. And they may fix those problems, and I don't know. We'll see. If their problems are fixed and I didn't have to crash randomly it could be 15 minutes. I had one crash 6 minutes. I had one that made 2.5 hours without a problem. Then I had one that went 30 minutes and crashed. There's no telling. There's no rhyme, no reason. But if I can get them back to the point where they were, I may bounce back and forth to them, or maybe I'll just use this for simpler streams where I don't have to have as many different scenes and setups going on. But if they come up with over here on Meld, if they come up with the studio, it's probably sayonara to OBS. All right, let's get rid of that nasty one. I don't have urinals, so I got to keep that one. What's the bottle noise going on down here? I'm hearing a bottle. Or was it maybe just the porcelain falling off the wall? Probably just the porcelain. Furniture. It's been a minute, man. I got to remember where these things are at. It's got to be under furniture, I would think. Yeah, there you go. You got bathtubs. You should have toilets. Yep. Now, is that a good one? No, it's a broken one. Give me a good one. We should have a relatively functional. There it is. I knew you could do it. Make that nice looking. And we have the sink and stuff here as well. So let's scrap that sink. Here's a sink. Bang. And just because we can, let's throw water fountain up there. All right, so that's one bathroom. I think we have another one around the corner here, something like that. I'm not entirely sure what the old Breakheart Banks was supposed to be, that you've got like a men's and women's room and nothing else really going on. I mean, they've got the farming going on, I guess. But there was nothing else really happening here, so I'm not sure what the functionality of this facility was supposed to be back prior to the war. That takes care of the bathrooms right there. And again, I want to leave as much of the original structure up as I can. So while we're dealing here with Fallout 4, obviously with this channel, most of you found it because of a game called Disney Infinity. And, oh, shoot. My bad. Excuse me. Now am I stuck? All right, let's just do... Oh, here we go. In my absence, it seems that the Disney Infinity community that had a really cool Discord page, very detailed Discord page. They even came up with a way to share toy boxes. Had some sort of a meltdown, I guess. I don't know what the drama all was, but it's all gone, and it's kind of saddening. I think I'll take it. I was going to scrap it, but I'll take it. Oh, you know what? I thought they said something in the patch notes that there might be some goodies left around here. I hope I didn't scrap anything. Let me see. Anything in here? Oh, not that. They made it sound like they had stuff for building. Maybe they put it in the workshop. Yeah, he's got some stuff in here. That'll get us going. We'll probably run out of the things we need here before that, but it definitely gets us a little something to work with. So if anyone knows what happened with the whole Infinity shebang, let me know, because I'm curious. But like I said, I was really disappointed to hear that. I thought they were doing a tremendous job of keeping things alive. Did I just take a wall out? Shit. That was not the plan. I thought there was just scraps. You gotta be more careful about that. Although, I'm actually kind of liking this as an open deck. That'll actually work. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our half wall. Kind of close this area up here, and we may be jumping in very quickly. Yep, that's what we're going to do with that right there. And what we're going to use is one of the greatest tools for building that they've ever come up with, which is place it anywhere. Normally I don't want to get this close, but because I have a short platform to work off of, I'm going to take it. So you activate it. When you can see through it, then that object is the one you're moving. Try and line this all up nice and pretty. And just take that and stick it back in the bag for later. And that closes that up nice and neat. And boy, you would have done that with a pole in the past or a cinder or cement post. And this is just so much nicer. That's the way the game should have been made, quite honestly. Should have been made that easy. All right. On this side, I think we are going to close this up as well. Although it's going to be a little tricky with that arch. Let's think about this, shall we? This is not going to be the main house or anything. I put beds in here just in case settlers start showing up. At the same time, before I start building, let me think. So if we're coming in off the road, and that'd be the front. You got your bathrooms on each side. Would we want to come from up here maybe? Let's see. Well, that does line right up with it, doesn't it? Store that for later. Take that for later. I keep hearing the damn bottles. It drives me crazy. Where is it? Don't know. You would think it would be stuck in the floorboards or something, the way it's jiggling around there, but could it be underneath? Guess not. All right, what I'm thinking of doing, we go to our walls and we want, well, we want a door, but we don't want that door. So we may end up having to do something different. Don't want bamboo either. And I don't see any of these really looking right. No, you can't mix and match that. That would look all kinds of wonky. Maybe. Let me guess, we don't have enough metal. Alright, let's do this. Because if this is going to end up being a thing, might as well deal with it now. So we're going to go over here to Morbius. I keep saying Morbius. Where are we at? Keep moving. Mobius' cellar. I know that's a character from a movie, and I can't think of which one. As I recall, it's some evil entity. But then you just come here and you can get everything you want right there. So we're just going to take it. The only thing it doesn't have is leather. For some reason, there's no leather in here. Then you just come over here, press the button, press it again. It's all filled up again. You get as much as you want, and you got all kinds of stuff. Decorative items, clothing items. If it's something you need, it's in there. And this is actually going to end up being located, since we're here, I'll pop out, right outside of Mama Murphy's house. Bam, there you are. And there's the little cellar that goes to Mobius's area. I just got done redoing a lot of this. All the stuff that was on the table had disappeared, so I had the plates and the forks and knives all set up before and gone. So I had to put that back in. Kitchen, I had to redo that. Most of it was missing for some reason. Not sure why that stuff would have disappeared. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I just saw the broom sitting down here, too. See if we can try and flip it. That's better. There we go. Boom. And we have a drinking glass. I don't want to steal it because then the whole neighborhood's going to come after me. But what we can do is either scrap it or store it. We're going to store it. And then we will go to the OC decorator, which is the greatest thing in the world, because now, as long as you don't care, and I don't, you can put your stuff out and it will not move. It will not budge. You can knock into it, bounce off of it. It doesn't make a difference. It ain't going nowhere. Actually, let me see something. Yeah, I was going to say there's only one cup here, and it kind of feels like there should be a second one. Again, that ain't going to move anywhere. And for that matter, it'll never be able to move again either. You can move it this way, and you can store it again and use it again, but you can never now place it as a liftable object. Place that there. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. The umbrella had disappeared. The umbrella stand disappeared. The phone disappeared. A lot of weird stuff, and I had a lot more going on with the vases here. Vases, however you say that. A lot of them are missing, and I'm just like, you know what? That's good enough for now. But what I love is, like, these things that I couldn't patch before. She's got some more in here. She likes her vases. And also missing her alarm clock, I'm realizing now. So still a lot to get back to fixing. But now I can put the windows in perfectly. And we can even fix this wall since we're standing right here anyway. And we, God knows, have enough stuff to do it with. I like to come out into the open area. I did use the mod that gives you the brand new house again, but it only affects a couple of houses, not all of them. But yeah, this house is back to pristine condition, as is Mama Murphy's, and this little back area kind of connects over, and it was running, first off, it ran straight through the apartment I built up here, and I love this apartment setup. And it was even crashing into the Minuteman diner over here. So I'm not willing to give those things up, so I ended up getting rid of the mod. But it was really cool to see the house in pristine condition where you could open all the doors and everything, and they aren't regular doors. They're kind of sliding doors that go back and forth, and it was cool. It was cool. If I could have kept just the house, then I'd have done it. But such is. We're going to put a wall up.
Gonna build a wall. It's gonna be a beautiful wall, and Mexico is gonna pay for it.
All right, let's jump out of here. And we are going to here and the wall. All we are is just another brick in the wall. That one's angled. That's the best one, realistically. Then we'll bounce back over here and grab the trusty post. I want to probably get kind of close again. Grab the wall. The post stays behind, but it will reappear wherever I put this wall once I place it. And again, man, this is stuff that we would have spent how much time trying to manipulate, and whether it's a carpet glitch or whatever glitch, boom, done. That's done. Pack it away for later. And that's how simple that is. I wish they would have just done that in the game itself and made it like that. Could add doors. I don't think I want to, though. I think I'm just going to leave it without the doors. But now at least having the wall patched up. Little things. It's the little things. I wonder if we can. Probably not. No. I was wondering if we could have it swing the other way to move inward, but no, it doesn't look like it. Can't tell if that's facing the right way, but I think it is. Okay, we got the post put away, we got the wall put up. Streets are all clean. I had to redo the streets. Because, again, whichever clean sanctuary I had is no longer there. And while my game save data was still existing, it didn't save the mod list. Over here is the body shop. This is where we come to do work on different pieces of power armor. And okay, well, at least one of them's still here. There was also a flight helmet up here, so that looks like it disappeared. Oh, there it is. These, of course, are things that you cannot make permanent. Nah, you suck. How did I have that sitting up there? Yeah, there's enough room. Should be fine. There you go. And voila. So we got a couple of them in here. I think some of my decorative gadgets are missing as well, because we had a bunch of like gas cans and stuff. We got some of it still sitting back here. But there's stuff missing, and it was kind of thrown about a little bit more to make it look like a slop shop kind of situation. Really? Let's see if we can get it to land. Nah, it was worth the shot. There we go. Oh, sorry. Didn't want anyone stealing my rides. There's the body shop. All right, let's head back. Heartbreak. It's over here somewhere. Or break heart. I think I put Heartbreak in the thumbnail. Y'all figure it out. Hey, we got settlers. Let me see. Please be on the list. Well, he must be if he showed up. No, let's not presume anything after all. Shit. How come I'm not seeing it? Same thing as what happened over there with Drumlin. Didn't show up on the list where it used to with the other mod. Break heart, heartbreak, anything. I mean, a dude showed up here, so. Maybe it's only if you're trying to send him away. I don't know. Let's just give him a command. And okay. All right. Well, he's happy. And it shows that I have 1 people, so. Okay. Usually you had to assign them, even though they were showing up. Maybe it's because... No. I was using that on the other ones, too. But we're already at 3 people. Where's the 3 people at? I only see 1 people. Are there more people? Are they sleeping already? Is that what's going on around here? Because we don't need too many people. Nobody's sleeping there. Nobody's sleeping there, and that's all I got for beds right now, I think. Might be 1 back up here. Nope, there's not. Why is it saying this? Unless maybe a couple more are on the way. Oh, you're unassigned. Okay, so you're a cheap person.
Sure.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Why is it saying unassigned when I just gave him a... All right, let's do this. Let's unload our stuff. Transfer. Junk. Whoops. I don't even know what that was. Hopefully it was nothing major. Alright, that takes care of that. Let's figure it out if we can. Somewhere near... Oh, you suck. Well, I don't think I had 24 of them, though. It was somewhere near the bottom of the list. See if anything looks particularly... God dang, got enough telephones. whatever it was. It's gone now. Still trying to figure out why it's showing 3 people when there's only 1 person there. And let me try putting him here.
Got it.
And then it says he's unassigned. I don't know. That's the thing with these mods, man. You never know 100% what you're going to get. All right, let's put a door up here. There is a door for restrooms. I feel like it's going to be in the barn section, to be honest with you, but I used to love this door, but what a pain in the ass it turns out to be. The bookcase, the hidden door. I don't think it's going to be in the regular door section, though, for some reason. I feel like it's... Oh, crap. Now everybody's here. All right. Well, now we got 3. Excuse me.
Okay.
And you. For the moment, you're going to end up being on security. I can tell you got that security look about you. Resources now assigned. But then it says he's unassigned. I'm not so sure about this. Methinks it's not going to be a happy settlement. For right now, let's turn this off because I think 3 is as much as we can maintain at the moment. Until we start building this thing up a bit more. We'll throw another bed out there just so that we don't get rattled about that. Ladies first.
Sure.
So that gives her... Where'd the other dude disappear to? Damn, she's running to bed. There you are.
Got it.
Well, they're taking the bed assignments. Well, I don't know what she's doing. She's freaking getting her cardio in. Now I need one more for Joe over here. Son of a gun. I think we'll just stick it right over here somewhere. Yeah, this whole unassigned thing is not good. And move. Man, it kind of sucks when they don't show up on the friggin' map. Magnus Lair, Coastal Cottage, Green Top, Country Color, Oberland, Ten Pines, Warwick, Finch, Slog, Gray, Outpost, Red Rocket, Z Castle, Abernathy, Bunker, Boston, Covenant, Tavington, Spectacle, Egret Tours, Markwater, Starlight, Somerville, Hangman, Echo, Longfellow, Dalton, Nuka World, Red, Rocket. I don't know how I'm supposed to assign them if it's not showing up in the list. Did I assign this other dude to the bed? That's what I was trying to do. Here he goes. Yes, So I got it here. Hey, there's not enough beds for us. We're sleeping in shifts. Sure. All right. Methinks at the end of the day, they're not going to be happy settlers. It's another part of me that almost wants to try one of the other mods for this settlement. There were like 2 or 3 of them. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to do it soon. I don't want to do too much building and find out that everything's colliding now. Oh yeah, I was trying to find the dadgum door. So like I said, it's a bathroom door, but I'm pretty sure it's not in the doors section. And it's not. Probably barns. Yeah, I think this is where we're going to find her. No? Maybe under miscellaneous? Yeah, there we go. We got the outhouses. And there's the door. Yes. So we'll just end up putting it like right there. We have to think of how to trick this thing. So it's going to want to do the whole... Well, let's see if this works. Usually it will only grab the last item. I want to see if it's going to do that or if it's going to pair them together. Oh, it did. All right, excellent. Great tool. There you have it. And then we'll do the same exact thing on the other side. Grab that and run all the way over here. All right, bathrooms are up and running. I don't know how long this guy's going to hang out here with that porn stash on, but...
Got a dangerous look about you.
Yeah, well,
Here for me.
coming from the dude who looks a little bit like a freak, that's a lot to say. Got running water. I mean, come on, man. Y'all are set. You all are set. Okay, we were back up here a little while ago trying to figure out. Everybody get a good night's sleep? That's nice. What's this in here? It's the bathroom. Wonder what that's going to look like if I collide it. We're going to give this a shot. See if she actually goes out and starts hitting the crops at some point during the day or not. Yeah, I suppose we should put some defense up. here. Try and line this up as neatly as possible. That'll give us a straight patio. Now let's see what it looks like on the inside here, how much that might break through. A little bit in the corner there, but you wouldn't even notice it if I didn't say it. Yeah, we've got a proper deck, and we can put a wall up here with a doorway, which is what I wanted to do. And that brings the question of what doorway are we going to use? Can't use that one. Let me see something here. Not that. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Let me see that. Ooh, security fencing. Forgot about that. Alright, let's try this. God, I love this tool. Where were you? Spectacular. That's pretty damn straight, too. Clipping through there a little bit. You know what? Let's try it again. Well, this time I think I'll stand on the outside looking at it for the setup. So we get a better perspective on things here. I'll probably fall off the roof, right? Yep. That works. All right, now we can go around us a door. I don't know if I want to use a solid one or I feel like this is probably a better fit. There we go. I don't see anyone working the crops now. Maybe. Well, it says harvest. Oh, is it possible? All right, let's try this. Maybe they need a reason to go to work. Corn, that one's not being dealt with. All right. Let's put you on that.
Okay.
Let's see if that makes a difference or if he's just going to sit there pining away. It kind of looks like that's what he's going to do. Union workers, what are you going to do with them? Oh, we got to repair the corn. I'm saying yes. Oh, what? You can only be placed in dirt. So I'm trying to repair it, but it's not letting me. Again, it's a mod, so you never know how that's going to work out. Let's try this. Let's plant some of our own stuff. And see if that makes any difference. I don't think it's going to.
Sure.
This dude does not want to go to work.
Got it.
Hey, dang it, why do I keep on doing that? So I think the test is going to be because that's at least showing that somebody's got it, like they're responsible for it. So maybe they're not going to come here and actually cultivate it, but maybe it'll all of a sudden, simply because it's assigned, and maybe it will produce. So we'll kind of leave that there by itself for a little bit. Don't need this anymore. Yep, I was already in mode. Take the wood. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with this. Or how I want to do. So we got this patio going here. I'm thinking this is going to need to move. Bring this down. We got a picnic table. Here we go. We'll put it over here by the picnic table. Oh, scrap it. Yeah. Nothing like barbecued corn. It'll start popping in a few minutes. Boy, that corn does look awfully rodent-laced. It's been on the bottom of the barrel for a little bit. Got a mitt. Perfect. Doesn't this have a little tray? There you go. Swing it around because it's been burnt, so we'll put the burnt part closer to the flames. Didn't say on top of the flames. There you go. Yeah, something like that. There you go. Again, we're not going to be doing beds and stuff up here. This might be like our sniper setup here. Yeah, we got some rounds. What we got going on here? Bottle caps. Nothing major. I'm thinking this would be a good place. Let's figure out what we're doing for housing and how we want to connect it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to move that or not since it was part of the in-game, but let's see. Yes, I can. And one of the things you want to be careful when you're doing this is you don't want to sink the post too deep because otherwise that post will get lost underground, and you probably won't be able to retrieve it at that point. I'm not sure what that actually could do long term, but I don't want to find out. Being as it's a mod as it is, put that over there. God, I love this tool. Make things exactly the way you want them. Look how nice and neat that is. I'm just going to leave that there for now. I might have a use for it here in just another second. I think what I'm going to do here... I don't know if I want to go with wood or metal rail. Let's see what the metal rail looks like so it's not all wood, otherwise it kind of gets a little monotonous. There's that. And we're going to need some shorter. I like that. So that gives us a little deck. Leads us up to here. We got a workbench. Dude, you're just made for security, but I don't think anything is going to take. What is this? Chest harness. Huh. Store that away. What in the hell is rattling? Drives me crazy. Alright, this is not well lined up. I thought it was, but it's not. I think my first plan, or my first idea of doing it from the outside maybe was not the right idea. I'll have to redo the door as well. Okay, I think no, not that. Oh no. Much better. Goes up to the top. We're good. All right, back to here, and I guess really back to what do we want to do? I feel like we can come up here and then branch outward. Put like a hallway or a walking bridge across, and then the hallway from there. Or actually, wait a minute. No, this is probably much better.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days.
Yeah, you need to get back
Biggest
to Diamond
town I ever
City.
saw.
Yeah, no, I think this is going to be the best way to build back out this way. That makes sense. So we'll enter through here. This will be a sniper's area that nobody will probably man because they're not accepting the fact that this is an actual settlement. Here's what we're going to do. Well, first off, let me make sure. Yeah, what's going on here? I see a blip on the radar. Who's in trouble? Help defend Covenant. Well, that should take a minute. Now, I've already been to Covenant, I think. But I don't know if I gave everybody the jab, so I've got to presume that they are fragile. I'm going to switch over to my 9mm. And there goes the crash. Not entirely surprised about that. When you start messing with the mods, man. Hopefully it saved all the stuff that I just got done doing, because there's a good chance that it's gone now. We will see. We will see. If I was going to gamble, I'd say all that work is done. Gone. Loaded in, that's a good sign. They're still there. And oh, it looks like everything's still there. Bathroom doors, check, check, check. All right, well, good news. Now, let's try it one more time and see if it's a habitual or if it was a one-off. Actually, before I go there, make sure I got the 9. Before I start shooting with explosives and everybody's gone. Don't crash. Oh, we're getting ooh. Slow down, man. Oh my. Off with his head. Those mutant hounds are just plain ugly as sin. Oh, we got people indoors? Sucker. Anybody else? I think that's everybody. All right, now we're going to go around and make sure everybody's vaccinated against NPCs. Oh, it's great that they're all in one big bunch like that. There's our mailman, mail lady. I think that's everybody right there. Boy, that was nice. Having everybody just lined up like that. I'm not sure if I got her or not. Get her again. Get him again. Where are my... I got one. Where's the girl? Oh, no, no. Don't tell me somebody died. Super mutant. That's cool. Mutant hound. Super mutant. Did I lose her? Where's she at? There should be a female in here. There you go. You're not the one. That's her, I think. Yep.
Let's trade some things.
Sure.
Oh, hell, I thought she was going to thank me for saving them. All right, I'm going to leave the cleanup for you guys to take care of, all right? You got this. Anything else on the agenda? I think that's everybody now. What I have found, statistically speaking, and it's a very high statistic, is that if you leave a game in a safe house, not a safe house, but a DLC player home. I like to use Charleston Condo because you can, with some of them you can and some of them you can't. But with Charleston, you can go directly to your Pip-Boy, right to your map, and go anywhere you want from here. Some of them you actually have to leave the house before you can select. So that's why I go with Charleston. Plus, it's right next to the monument there, which is an easy marker to find on the map. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to quit and let it save and hopefully not crash. And if it does everything properly, we're going to try and find a different breakheart option in creations and see. Left one is search, right? Yes. I'm so used to other games where you can tab up. All right, let's go back to breakheart search. Homestead. So I'm not sure which one of these I took, and there's only 3 options. So this is the one I got. Yep. Let me see what this says. For this rendition of why wasn't this already a thing, Bethesda? Well, that's the ongoing lore, and I've never heard conclusively, but the ongoing lore was this was supposed to have been a settlement, and they just never did it. A settlement of Breakheart Banks, you know, the one with all the farm things that totally should be a settlement, and now it is finally. I want to do this since I spent 20 minutes trying to find the workbench for this place because I sworn there was one. And I think there was a workbench. You just couldn't do anything with it, if I'm not mistaken. Also, the handy-dandy CK cell window showed me that there's an unused cell in the game. It's a 5% finished cave with the name Breakheart Banks, so naturally I rolled it into the world here. Okay, I'm not sure what that all means, but good for you. Love little places to explore like that. Instead of making a clean version and an immersive version separately, I added a few toggle buttons next to the workbench so that you can make the settlement as immersive or as cleaned up as you want. Leave it as is or clean almost everything to build your wasteland utopia. As always, the first time you push the button, you'll have to hit it twice to make it work right. Not familiar with that, but okay, thanks for the heads up. The build area extends down the cliffs to the water. That's a long one then. That's more than I've got now, I think. It wouldn't really be a banks if it didn't have, you know, a bank. Plus water. Water is good. Oh, that's true, too. That would definitely give you easy access to water. I disabled the Minutemen quests for this location to reduce the change of errors and bugs, which I've already done the quest anyway. That's about it. Simple mod. It doesn't state that it'll show up. All right, let me see what this one says. A settlement of Breakheart Banks that does not break pre-combined geometry. In keeping these optimized systems intact, this should help to allow this to be a visible location for building on PS4. Unfortunately, due to the restriction on any asset used, the custom borders I make for my settlements cannot be used on PS4. Say it again. Restrictions on any asset use the custom border. As a PC player, I almost never visit Bethesda, and I do not even own a PS4, Xbox One. I only frequently visit them. All right, that doesn't answer my question. Let's get a look at this map, though. How much room? We got a lot of territory, but it Doesn't go all the way down to the water like the other guy says his does. Break locks, symmetries, robots mods, cheat mods. So those are pretty much my options, I guess. I think I'm going to take this one and give that a shot. And what we will do... Nope, sorry. We'll go here. And where is the other break? Right here. Put that there, make that one go away. And let's see if there's a difference to be had. I'm sure there will be, but let's see if there's a sizable difference to be had. Activate now? No. Somehow to continue? Yes. Current. I already said no. And yes. Again, I just don't understand the repetition, but I guess better to be safe than sorry. Good start. Let's see where you at. Well, actually, before we do that, let's just see if it's showing up here or not. This is really what I wanted to see. Not a good sign. It's not alphabetical, but sometimes they're not alphabetical. Break heart. Come on, man. Be here. Nope. Ah. Kind of sucks. Because honestly, I don't see how that's going to work then. Come back and see what we got. I don't think it should have messed with anything from the build. Oh, I brought them back.
We got trouble.
Oopsie. Hey, piece of shit. Are these guys all shooting at me? No. Alright, well, my settlers are still there. I don't know if they're alive or dead. She's alive. I don't know if I gave them the jab or not.
I'm just so hungry all the time.
Well, then, the food is right there. Why don't you go get you some? I assigned you a job to do. Command.
Sure.
Yeah, see, it sucks is that they're not assignable. And that makes me not really want to spend too much time on it then. Oh, I didn't even see this one back here. Holy shit.
Someone there?
No.
Let's do this. You hit like a rattler.
Yeah, that's all she wrote.
Ain't looking
looking for trouble, I hope.
Give everybody the shot. There you go.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's because I didn't hit this one. I wonder. Well, this one's different, though, actually. It's placed differently. Did he not say there's something about toggle switches or some shit? Or is that the other one that I didn't take? Oh, here they go. Clear corpses. That saves time. Clear bushes. I've already probably done all that, but keep the rocks for now. Remove bathroom check. No.
Huh?
Huh? And we can try one more time, but I don't think it's going to happen. In which case, I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time building here. Sources are now assigned. Yeah, well, they all say they're assigned, but then they don't turn green. Kind of sucks. Well, if anybody knows of a mod for the PS5 or 4 that will actually let you turn this into an actual... Oh, damn. Some of the stuff reappeared. How about that? There was that shack wall. Okay, is this on the inside or the outside? Yeah, it's on the outside. And I got a funny feeling that the bathrooms are going to have double toilets now. No? Well, good. Wonder why I didn't respawn that. No worries. All right. Well, like I said, if you can't actually do anything with the settlement so far as settlers and I just don't know that I want to waste the time on it. Kind of a bummer, though. Get rid of that one. Where was the other one? There was one up here somewhere. Thought there was another one up here. And then this was gone, too, because we were going to use that to ramp out, but we'll leave it there since we're not. I know there was another mattress. Was that one down there? There was one either right in here, or just up here. It was up here, I'm sure of it. I think it's fine. I'm just going to scrap it anyway, but it's all good. It's all good, man. All right. Yeah, kind of a bummer. I was looking forward to having something new to build. Yeah, because the other box was here, and now it's way in the back. But And again, sometimes by logging into the box, that's what you have to do to actually take control of the area, but not seeming to have that effect right now. I'll leave the rocks there. They're okay. Where are the borders at? How come I can't see the borders? Might switch back to the other one because that was a little better defined. Yeah, I guess we were right at the borderline. Like the front of the car is probably clipping through, but if I can't see the borders, how am I going to know that? Yeah, I think I'm going to switch back to the other one that was better. No, I'll just leave it the way it is. I don't think I'm going to do too much more building on something that I can't really turn into a proper settlement. So, all right. Well, we came, we saw, and that's what happens. Sometimes you get a good mod, and other times you get a decent mod, just not truly a settlement. I'm not sure why that is. I don't do code, so that's all above me. These guys that make it happen, you just gotta hope. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it don't. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for me today, folks. I like to remind everyone at the end of these things to remember to find time every day to say the 2 magic words.
Okay! Game on! 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 Yeah, game on!
Neon lights burn the night so wild. Twisted in hand like a reckless child. Arcade was an electric fire. Chasing scores higher, higher.